Welcome to Ebonix Academy, where I teach you my favorite Sims 4 tips and tricks and sim tutorials. In today's lesson, I'm going to teach you how to create custom content for The Sims 4 for free using Canva. So for this tutorial, we are going to create a piece of wall art to decorate your Sims homes with. The first thing you'll want to do is select a base mesh to recolor. And since we're making a piece of wall art, we're going to go ahead and choose one of the simplest base meshes available. Download the latest version of Sims 4 Studio, open it up, select Standalone Recolor under Objects, and then press the Object button. You're then going to select the Game Pack dropdown and select Base Game, so that the mesh you're recoloring is only from the base game. This means if you decide to share it, that everyone who has the base game can use it. Only use a mesh from a specific pack if you intend on sharing it only for those with that pack. Instead of scrolling through everything, here I search art to bring up all of the meshes related to artwork. And here I'm going to select a mesh that we're working for on this tutorial, which is this square poster, which is perfect for the look I'm going for. Hit next and then name your file. This will ideally be your creator name, underscore, and then the item name, and then hit save. Next, you'll see your item pop up in Sims 4 Studio and you can rotate it to see it fully. Select the Make Viable option as well so that you can purchase the item once you're in game. You then want to export the diffuse image as a PNG, which you'll be using as your guide once we get into Canva. And before we get into Canva, I'll show you where you can find images, where you can source your images, highlighting one of my personal favorites, which is Pinterest. Obviously, Pinterest is home to so much amazing, dope black art if you're looking for inspiration, so I'd always recommend this platform as a starting point. I have chosen to use some art from one of my favorite artists, Pink Lomain. You should go and check out her work. She is absolutely amazing, and for me, it only made sense. It made the perfect sense to feature her for this tutorial. And once you've gathered some pictures that you want to use for this project, save them to your project folder. You'll then go to Canva and open the diffuse image you saved earlier from Sims 4 Studio to get cracking. So now we're going to head to Canva to create a texture using the images that you saved from Pinterest. Canva is free to use, and I'm creating this texture with a new account to show you how easy it can be to make custom content with it. You want to select Create a Design, Upload, and locate your diffuse image. Select Use in a new design with a custom size, not changing any of the original dimensions. Once you've opened your diffuse image, you'll then upload one of the images you'd like to use. And when it uploads, click on it and then start resizing and cropping the image so it completely covers the base image. You want to make sure you don't cover the white parts, which are the textures of the borders. If you cover those, you'll see the texture bleed over and look weird when you upload it. You can change the position of the image once you've cropped the size by double-clicking it and moving it to a position you're happy with. And when you're happy with how it looks, download the image as a PNG and save it to your project folder. We're now going to head back to Sims 4 Studio to import your new swatch and test it up against the mesh that you started with. Select Import, navigate to the image that you just saved, and watch the magic happen. It's looking good, but I did notice that some of the white border around the image was covered, and as a personal preference, I wanted it shown. But if you want to cover it, that's fine too. So I'm going to head back to Canva to make the adjustment to the crop a little bit, just so that there's a white border. Now that that's adjusted, I'm going to make the change to the swatch colors and the catalog name. You do this so that when you search it in game, it pops up in the search bar. And a good rule of thumb is to use your creator name and then what the object is. And if you're using someone else's work, please credit them. For the love of God and all that is mighty, please credit them. I would even reach out to them to ask if you can use their work if you intend on sharing it publicly. Here is when you can also give the correct tags and styles for the artwork, so the game also reads it correctly for specific pack functions and deco style preferences. Hit save on the bottom right, go to your project folder, right click to copy the file, and then head to your Sims 4 mods folder to paste your file in there. I usually have a testing folder for my projects so that they aren't mixed up with everything else. We're now going to open up the game to test the custom content that you just created so that we can see that everything looks right and nothing is looking crazy. Once you've loaded up the game, head to a build and search for your project, and boom, your favorite artist is in your Sims homes. You can add more artwork by adding more swatches to your project by following the same process. Recolors were one of the first things I ever did as a creator, so I hope this tutorial is the first step in someone's long and beautiful journey towards making their game more relatable to them. If you found the video useful, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe with noties on so you know when I post next.